Morning, Krisnan. How you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. I know we're looking ahead at the Catalan game, but before we get there, that's 4 wins in a row now. Wins against, away games, big sides, home games, different things. How's the mood in the camp on that run of form?
Yeah, I was just speaking to our analyst before. I didn't realize it was 4 because of the gaps of the Challenge Cup, and that is sort of died down a bit. So like it's not something that we can actually, or we can. We're proud of it. Obviously, it's just more of it's less effect. The effect's worn off because of the gap of it. So it feels like 6 weeks, but we've won 4 games. So I'm like, I think we're just happy to win the last one. So we take every week as it comes. So after last week's win, we're still stuck on that one. That's about it.
And I know we're coming into a big away game here, but I just wanted to touch on the club's home form and how you've gone this season. The only team that's come and took points away has been Wigan, top of the table, World Club champions. How important is it? Is that one of the benchmarks you set at the start of the season to be really protective of your home form and get the wins in front of your own fans?
Yeah, I think every club, same standards. People come into your home. It's your home. You protect your home. So it wasn't like something we stuck on the wall to say we want to win all these. It's we want to win every game. So Rosie says it a lot. Like we go into every stadium thinking it's our home. So to have a record like that is pretty good. It's something that we're proud of, and obviously we do everything for the fans and the members, and that's the main one.
And you've got Ryan back at the weekend after a period out. How has he come through, and how important is it to have him back in the team?
Yeah, it's good to have Ryan back, like you said. He plays a big part in the team, and when the team's playing well. So to have him back at a good time, obviously having our centers out at the same time was a good injection of energy and life for us, and especially in the back line.
You mentioned the centres there, obviously in Chris Ankins and Callum Watkins, a couple of guys who've played centre in the career very much, but not recently, and perhaps not first choice with Tim and Nene being out. How do you think those guys went, and is there any chance of getting Tim and Nene back anytime soon?
Yeah, they're those two you mentioned, Chris and Cal. They're exceptional athletes, so you can put them anywhere in the lineup, and they'll do a good job. And the other two boys, it's touch and go with them, depending on how quick they recover and how they're feeling, really. So we'll let them be the judge on their bodies, and obviously we'll bring them back when they're ready. Not when obviously we want them to play every week. So, but that's on them.
Speaking to you early today ahead of the trip, is this the club doing it a little bit differently? Are you going perhaps a little bit earlier than you would normally do, or is this a standard Catalan trip in terms of getting there a couple of days in advance and playing the game?
Well, I only got to experience last year. Last year was my first year. I think they've done it. I think they did it the year before too. So, yeah, we leave Thursday. Well, we leave early tomorrow. So, a few days is good. It would probably be better if we went yesterday, to be honest. So, but no complaints there. As long as the boys are prepped and ready, and obviously got to get used to the weather leading up to Saturday.
Yeah, just finally for me, one of the toughest away trips in Super League to go over to Catalan, like you say, the weather and Catalan's form at home generally. But Salford have had some really impressive results over there over the last few years. What is there a secret to that at all, and what do you make of how Catalan are going at the minute?
There's no secret. Like I think it's a tough trip for everyone in the league. They're a good side, and going over there, like we spoke earlier, it's their home. They want to protect it. They want to play well. So, we'll be doing our best to prepare for a big game like any other game, pretty much.
Cheers, Krisnan. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you.
Steve, you can go, mate. Oh, great. How, mate? How are you? Mate, Catalans' second half fade outs the last two games. As an opponent, can that figure in any way in your preparations? You know, they I don't know what happens at halftime with some teams, whether they lose concentration or whatever. But you know, can that help you in any way, knowing that that's happened the last two games, or have you got to sort of discount it? You know?
No, you got to discount it. You never know what's going on their side of things. They might have had an off game. They might have a few injuries or less subs, or you never know. So things change every week. They might have a full squad out this week and fresh body. So that so-called dip might not be there. So you can't always prepare for a team to dip in the second half, because people turn up, they turn up.
Yeah, yeah. The bottom three teams all went well last week. Does that show that inexperienced players benefit from, again, including against you? You know, does that show that inexperienced players benefit from a break more than sort of older players, more experienced players? You know, because Cass, London, Hull FC, they all had strong performances last week, didn't they? You know.
Yeah, for us, we don't have the luxury of having such a big squad. So whoever plays, it's experienced pretty much. So
Yeah.
depending on whatever team we play, obviously you say the bottom three, we played one of the bottom three on the weekend, and then the game before we played top two. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, things change every week, but nothing changes in the way of you're still playing the same sport. You still got to do the same thing, hold the ball as long as you can, and defend well. So yeah.
Mate, can I just ask you about some stuff that's in the news? You and Paul have done some work in America with your tackling academy and that. What do you make of yesterday's announcement and the fact that Super League's going to Vegas?
Yeah, we had a little chat about it today. I sent a few staff members. I think it's good for the game. I think it's good for Super League. You got two of the big hitters in Super League going over to join some big NRL teams that are going over too. I think it'll be great. Don't know how they're going to rule on it, if they're going to Super League rules or international rules or NRL rules, because it's different. So maybe we'll get something from obviously the NRL and how they do things, and the game or the Super League will adapt to that.
How hard is it like for them to play a game in Vegas and for it to dribble down to what you guys, the people you meet in Florida, or when you're doing your sort of coaching thing? Like it's a big, you know, like to get that profile where it has an impact is hard, isn't it? So does it have an impact, or do most of the people you deal with, they're not really aware of the sport that much, you know?
It's new grounds to them. Obviously, the defensive part, the tackling is not new. The sport is not really the thing that you try and sell. It's more the safety in defending and techniques and that type of stuff, and how to tackle and whatnot. So that's what they come for. But no, well, I hope the goal for all of rugby league, NRL Super League, is to obviously attract more eyes, and there's no biggest country than Australia when it comes to sports than America. So hopefully that ball starts rolling soon enough, and they take it on board.
Mate, just one more thing. It's kind of something that's in the news cycle, and I'll leave it completely to you whether you want to comment or not. But the question of what's fair game to put on a dressing room wall and to target opponents' injuries has been in the news the last 2 days through Alan Kilshaw and Nick Gregson. Have you got a view or a line where you draw when you're targeting an opponent's injury and you're trying to G the guys up and all that sort of stuff? Where as a coach, where do you draw the line? You know?
Well, personally for myself, there's other ways to G your team up, like you say, to prepare for a game, and being recently a player going into coaching, there's obviously different ways there's different ways and certain types of people in your team that works for them. But I don't know if that's for me. I didn't see any sense in it. I didn't think it was appropriate, and I don't know if the voices in that team was enough to say it wasn't appropriate or not. I don't know what cultures like there. So yeah, that's all I can say on it, really.
No, I appreciate you having a go on that one for me. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
All right, all good.
Have you all, Rob?
All right, Krisnan, you okay?
All good, mate. Good to see you nice and early in the morning, eh? You're awake?
Yeah, got the old bedhead proudly showing. You must be pleased with your form. 4 wins on the spin, keeping that momentum going towards a playoff spot.
Yeah, definitely. We spoke about it. I think it's an obvious one that in the next few weeks, some teams where the ladder sits and the time of the year, some teams might drop off, some teams might come up. So it's that time where you want to obviously win as many as you can and start breaking away and trying to cement your spot in the 6.
Yeah, Hull was a different kind of win. We weren't free flowing and we had to grind the result out. It's a good sign going forward.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone talks about if we're that type of team that can grind a win now, and I think last week showed we didn't get any. There was no magic in how we played and scoring our tries and our points. We did what we thought was good for us and to come away with the win. But fair effort to obviously FC with everything they've gone through and how their season's panned out and everything. I felt they turned up and put it to us. So yeah, I thought it was a good game.
Yeah, no Tim Laffey, no Nenny McDonald against Hull. Obviously, they are big meter makers for us. Did we have to change our tactics because they weren't there, or was it just same as?
Nah, same as you forgot Adam Sidlow didn't play either, so we had to change a bit in the middle too. So it was a very technical one.
Yeah, is it Jamie Pay? Signed a professional contract, part of the squad. What does he bring as a player?
Jamie Pye, he's a big body. He can play. He can move. I think we're dead proud of him, and the work that our S&C staff have done with him. Big ups to Gary. He had been given a gold to work on the young man, and he's done that. And fair play to Jamie. He's I don't know if I can say he's trained his ass off. So he's done well to get himself in that position to be able to sign that contract, which I think the whole squad obviously seen that hard work, and we didn't make it easy for him. He's done well and he's earned it.
Yeah, obviously it's a good sign for people who obviously are looking sort of to join the club in sort of 2025 and beyond, that we are the opportunity club, and if you work hard, you get the opportunity. Yeah,
definitely. We're obviously that, like I said, we're not blessed with numbers, but we do right by our boys, and if you're in the right mindset and you're a good dude, if you're training hard and producing on the pitch, obviously you got a shot at playing. So yeah.
Yeah, Dean Cross is playing well. Top try scorer for Salford with 10 tries. He's having a great season on the wing.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's been thrown a different challenge this year. He was obviously played centres last year, and now he's been chucked back on the wing this year. And I thought he's been wonderful. He's the ultimate professional. He does his extras. He's always the last one back in off the field. He's always doing his bits that no one sees. So it's good to see the rewards. It's no surprise to us because we know how hard he works and how hard he trains and the effort he puts into his craft. So yeah.
Yeah, Catalan away this weekend. It's a different kind of away day. How does it differ from being a player to being a coach?
Yeah, it's very different. We're going away and we're going to some sun. We're not going to some more rain. So that's the big difference. Yeah, as a player, I look forward, like living there, playing there was different to living here and playing there still. It is different, but as a coach, you prepare different. Obviously, you're not preparing just for yourself. You're preparing the team. So we just got to make sure that the boys are focused and ready for a game come Saturday, even if we go a few days before. We're not there for a holiday.
What do you plan to do in the downtime? Obviously, between training sessions.
Myself personally, my family's over there. I just dropped them off to the airport yesterday, so I'll be going to see them and the in-laws. My wife, she's French, so she's from there, so I'll be going to go see the family when I can.
Where do you think the game will be won and lost?
Scoreboard, like always.
Final one from me. Obviously, Catalan away, it'll be a great day. Lots of Salford fans going over, and hopefully they'll come back with the 2 points.
Yeah, well, we expect nothing less. Our supporters, they're the best. I know last year we didn't perform as well as we would like, but they didn't stop singing for the whole 80 minutes, and I don't see any different. They've been great for us, the fans, especially our members. So no, we appreciate it. I know the boys do. I know as a player, those are the things that get you up in games, whether you're winning or losing, and you can always rely on our fans.
Brilliant. Thanks for talking to us, Krisnan. Good luck and safe journey.
Thanks for waking up, boys.